Happy Tuesday. Welcome to the furnace that is the weather. Hope you're all keeping well. Tonight, been looking forward to this one. Taking the 737 MAX, the SP1 update from iFly for a flight out of Bilbao, over to Porto. Bilbao and Porto. That's where we're heading tonight. We're going to be using SayIntentions for our ATC communication. We have a co-pilot, we have cabin crew. The whole shebang is going to be in full form this evening. Broadcasting live from a very hot and sweltering Tipperary. It's currently 22 degrees. It got up to 27 earlier. 27! It's way hotter in England, you know, and parts, well, the rest of the UK. I know that, you know. But in Ireland, for this sort of temperature, Jesus. Temperature in the man cave, it just finally dropped below 30. It's hot in here, lads. Even with AC, 'tis hot in here. So, yes. It's getting hotter. But I hope you're all keeping well. Very much looking forward to this flight. I haven't touched this thing since it just got an update, and we're like, oh, look, there's loads of new features with SP1. I can't get my wind control gear to work with it natively, though. So I kind of had to go bananas with it. It kind of works, but it's not great. But sure, look, we'll see how we get on. Flight time tonight, about an hour and 30 minutes, give or take. But we're going to go through what this update has to offer, check out the new features, and explore the brand new EFB, the electronic flight bag, which is one of the many updates this aircraft has seen. So yes, very much looking forward to this. We're also flying on the Southeast Asian server on Microsoft Flight Sim if you'd like to join us. And of course, this is a groupie flight with SayIntentions if you want to take advantage of ATC and also our P2P communications. Well, you can do that. So that's what we're up against. That's what we're up against, right? So welcome in, everyone. Hope you're enjoying yourselves, you're enjoying the weather, you're staying relatively comfortable in the hot temperatures. And I can see the check-in map lighting up here now. Thanks, Scott. Scott comes into the chat and immediately calls me a gobshite. Look, that's terrible, isn't it? But anyway, who's here? Look, Heisenberg, good evening. Malky Mac is in the house. Mountain Man is here. I came for the FA50. You'll see it tomorrow. We're checking out the Falcon 50 on tomorrow night's live stream. I do have it, but it's scheduled for tomorrow night. We're busy tomorrow night with the Fokkers to show, the FA50 to show. It's going to be busy, so looking forward to it. Viper Strike, a very good evening. Spitfire RAF 100 is here in the chat. Good day to you, sir. Creo is here from a sweltering hot 24 degrees County Mayo. Be the Jesus. Good to see you, bud. CP is here. Welcome in. APU Inspector, happy Tuesday. Fierce Wolf, looking fierce. And Wolfie, you're very welcome in. Commander Balosh, a very happy Tuesday to you. Airlock Doc is here. Evening again. 9 p.m. and still 30 degrees. Send more ice. You poor old Devleen. Good to see you, Airlock. Ryan is in the house. Good evening. Febro is here. Crafty Tigers, good evening to you. Mountain Man. Wait, is this a pool stream? How hot the weather is? If I had a pool, I'm telling you now, I'd be streaming in the pool. Well, no, I'd be live streaming from the pool. Jesus. Right. Do you know, North Coast Mike, good evening. I'm Pierce is here. Now let's have a look. Norse Viking, howdy. Soup Evo, good to see you, bud. Hope you're well. Now, where's this? Good Lord, it's like soup, says the impossible face. The man is finding it difficult to move. But yes, right over here. Mech Manser, very good evening. Hawking Awesome is here. No, Hanking Awesome. I can't read tonight. Hawking Awesome. Hanking Awesome, good evening. Hope you're well. Stu Snape has rambled aboard. Welcome in, buddy. Who else now come into the parlour? Look, Jesus. Stu says, Murph. Pause for effect. I hope you're coping okay in this heat. I understand gingers have a hard time, especially with large gaps on the top. Leave your emotions at the door. I'm not ginger, I'm blonde. Beautifully blonde, strawberry blonde in the wintertime. Ginger. Get away with that, will you? I've no freckles, sure. Fucking ginger. Nothing wrong with being ginger, but I'm not. No. Blonde, you know. Beautiful kind of, you know, blonde hair and blue eyes. Who asked you? Right. Now, thank you, Stu. You're out of the will. Where's this now? 30 streams in a row from Airlock Dock. Thank you very much indeed. The exact number of seconds Murph will go without getting things wrong.
Hello there.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. But yes, Old Veteran is here. Good to see you, Scott. Hope you're well. Lear, you're welcome in again. 98 Vulcan, 8 degrees from Gosford, Australia. Jesus. Schuller Pilot is here. Ryanair. Yes, you have an excuse for less than comfortable landings. Yes. We're in the Ryanair colours tonight as we await for the update for the Firefly Air 738 Max that Cyrus is working on, so hopefully we'll have that in the coming weeks. Mugan is here, good evening. Goose says, how are you, Murph and Fireflies? I am melting here, hot as balls, 88 degrees Fahrenheit. Why are you using them? It's degrees, man, degrees. The Dameranian, good evening. Elric is here. Hello all from Brum in the UK. Good evening, buddy. Who else came into the parlour now, look? Photos by Kev is here. 38 degrees, stuffy as balls, he says. Jesus. Sab. I mean, there's Hab and then there's Sab. I'd rather Hab. But anyway, Willow, how much is here? Good to see you. I thought Murph might cancel tonight because I heard he was watching England in the World Cup. That's quite okay. Wait, what time is that match on at? And who are they playing? Soccer? Do you know? Sir Camsalot, good evening to you. Hope you're well. Sean Game is here. Tier 1 for 21 months. Cheers, buddy. And happy Tuesday to you. Frequency is here. Good evening. Where is this now? Check in from the Trophy Club USA. Ooh, look at that. It knew what the Trophy Club was, Scott. Because it said checked in from Denton County. Ooh. Dougal is here. The chairman has arrived with a brand new 5090. How's that going for you, Dougal? He says the iFly Max SP1 has kept me away from my beloved Airbus. It's excellent. Ooh. I'm looking forward to it. I've just noticed the aircraft reg on the retro Phoenix livery. Yeah. Eject. Brilliant, isn't it? Fantastic. In a Boxman is here. Good to see you, buddy. Happy Tuesday. Willow How Much is here. And you're very welcome aboard. Toto, 24.95. A very good evening to Toto and Mrs. Toto. Happy Tuesday, guys. Malky Mack is here. Good to see you, Malky. How's she cutting, man? Right. Now, we're nearly there, look. There's buttons. Filthy, good evening. Death's Angel, good evening. Hope you're well, lads. Jalagod is here. Energizer. He says, evening all. We can turn off the heat now. It was fun for the first week, but now, Jesus then. Right? Just getting the wheel of death. Right. Hello from Norway, says Jalagod. 15 degrees and rain today. Lovely weather for football and sim flying. Yes, 15 degrees, right? Sumner is here from Beer City, relocated here for the summer. Nice. Hope all is well. What's it, Wisconsin, is it? Is it Wisconsin? No. What's the other place called? Bear City. Think, Murphy. You said it the other day. It's up that neck of the woods, isn't it? Milwaukee or something. But yes, welcome in. Freebro, good evening. Who else now? 10 p.m, says Kev. Oh, that's when the match is on. Right. 32 degrees, Goose. Jesus. Where's this now? In that case, it should be 90 degrees Fahrenheit here. Listen, you know. Alson is here, good evening. Illicit Major, welcome aboard. Proby Pete, good day from Arizona. 43 degrees, look, Jesus. He's looking at us going, yes, that's not heat. And then Scott's like, hold me beer. Yes, Decked Out Games, good evening. Check in from Guernsey, the Channel Islands. Ooh, oh, what's the weather like down there? That's right in the middle of the Jesus then, isn't it? Now, let me see. God bless all in this house. Indeed, homewrecker, and peace be with you and thee, appropriately. Good evening. Got out of work in time to catch the whole stream for the first time in months, says Illicit Major. You're very welcome in. It's great to have you here, man. Sky Command is here. Some say the man is just offensive to people who think they're good looking because he is that good looking. Jesus, that could have went anywhere, Sky. He says, I bought me ticket to the WWE Murphy Mania. I heard you're quite the wrestler. Oh, behave. That's brilliant. I can't top that. What you gonna do? What was the other thing Hulk used to say? Brother? You know what I mean? What you gonna... No, what you gonna do? That's what he said, isn't it? Yeah, give me a hell, yeah. Right, now, it's good to see you, Sky. Welcome in, buddy. Flying Tritz is here from a very hot Cornwall. Good evening, good evening. Linny Bobbins is here. Happy heat wave indeed. 38 degrees tomorrow. Jesus, that's mad. Dom Dark is here from Guernsey. Good evening, buddy. Pyrotech is in the house. Mean Gene, right? Say your vitamins and eat your prayers, something like that. Yeah, that's the story. That's the story. Hermit Something's here. A very good afternoon to Boston.
Hello,
hope you're well. Now, Chris Brown is following. Come on, Chris. Very kind. Just Roy is in the house. Good to see you, Roy. Welcome in, buddy. Now, let me see. JP Gaming, good evening. Northland Air. Welcome in, buddy. Happy Tuesday to you. How is all in the place of where you live? Because it's gorgeous up there. Hope you're well, bud. Roll Tide is here. Joseph Jolly, good afternoon. 97 degrees in Orlando, Florida. Yeah, you'd kind of expect that, though. Do you know? Dave in the house, good to see you. Angels 1-5, very good evening to you. Happy Tuesday. Shamrock Minimums, welcome aboard. Who's this now? Frantic is here. Good to see you, bud. Hope all is well. Now, let's have a look. The route. We have a route. So I created the flight plan with SimBrief. We filed it with SayIntentions, and we'll get into all of that once we check out this machine here beside us. Very excited for tonight's stream. Wolfie, good evening. Hope you're well. Winds are for 30. Roger. We'll go ahead and check the old routing once again, Dougal. We'll do that now, actually. Hang on. We'll jump over here, look. Now, in there now, you big thing, you. There we go. Thank you for today. Roy, anytime, buddy. Have fun, man. Have fun. Right, so Dougal is telling us the winds have changed. So we better do some things with the yoke. Let's have a look here now. Right, SimBrief. In you go, you big Jesse. Let's edit the flight. Let's have a look here now. So, departure runway 30. Generate the flight. I think we had the 30s. Oh, Dougal, we already had the 30s. We're okay. Yeah, 30 departure. So we're planning on the AMTOS 4 Alpha departure. This is a really cool looking departure out of here. And then it's out past the VOR, direct to NEA, and then we're all the way down from runway 35 into Porto. All right. So with SayIntentions, it depends when they get the weather update, so you can tell SayIntentions from the pilot portal, hey, just stick with SimBrief, or figure out what it's doing actually in the sim, because, well, a lot of the time SimBrief might be behind the ticket, right? So if we have a look here, if you look at the weather, so the winds are 290 at 3 knots, and I'm actually getting our weather tonight, friends, from Strata Weather. This is a weather injection system, and this is what we're going to be using, all right? Belbro is here for 65 months. Man alive, 65 months. That is insane. Cheers, buddy. Hope you're well, and thank you very much indeed for all the support. Vinyl Rabbit is pretty, isn't it? Great default scenery. So I'm using Payware. I always had old kind of Bilbao scenery. Do you know what I mean? And I like it. This is a gorgeous airport. The approaches in and out, the approach in and the departure out is always very, very nice. So we're in Ryanair colours this evening with the 737 MAX, the Dash 8, 178 passengers, I think it is. So from the visuals, it has received a considerable overhaul. Look, I'm just exploring the thing. I was watching V1 Simulations the other day. He did a video on this. I love V1. He's brilliant. He's like the coolest, isn't he? And I want his cowboy hat. But he was saying about the skid plate, because I always kind of worried. I always wondered about these, because sometimes they do get a blast, right? The idea of a tail strike, that's what they have the skid here, to stop you from, shagging the plane. And he was saying the aircraft in his fleet that he's used to, it wouldn't droop down as far. They tend to be more set up back into the airframe. However, see this green little marker here? As long as you can see green, you're laughing. And naturally, if you were to visualize this getting pushed up higher and higher and higher, you wouldn't see the green anymore. So it's just one of those checks, either pilot flying or pilot not flying will be checking out, all right? So as we kind of ramble around the aircraft, the walk around mode, it's grand and all, but I prefer using my drone cam. You can just get into the little nooks and crannies and you can zoom in. We can't zoom in with walk around mode, so I tend to use this. So we have our cargo bay, that's opened, right? Beautiful detailing there. Decals along the aircraft. I mean, this is a gorgeous looking airplane now. Do you know what I mean? Hayden UK, good to see you. Zybok is in the house. Good to see you, lads. But yes, now, even the wheels and tyres look at the friggin' detail. Isn't this absolutely superb? It's gorgeous. And if you think that's savage, wait till you ramble inside into the wheel. Well. Say well, say wheel, say wheel, well. Look at the state of this, look. Have we ever seen this level of detail from inside the wheel well of the main landing gear on any aircraft? Including, they've even modelled the depiction of the nitrogen system, and I think there's oxygen tanks in here as well. They're freaking nuts, isn't it? Savage detail. Absolutely savage. There's even little dials here, look. Look. Isn't that crazy, lads? So it's gorgeous. Great stuff here from iFly.
Oh, jeez.
That's what I said. And again, you can see plenty of detail up and along the wheels. We have the gear pins in on the main and front gear, so they'll have to be removed. We'll do that from inside in the cockpit. Looking at these beautiful engines, we do have a choice of different engines with this update as well. 3 different types, right? And of course, you can open up the cowling on the engines to get in and inspect stuff that us mere mortals will never understand. But again, it's just to highlight, well, the realism. Even engine oil is depicted in here, look. Isn't that absolutely savage? It's absolutely savage. So, yeah, it's from the visuals, it's awesome. This is superb. It's a great step up. It's not 2024 native, as in you can't walk around and physically click this stuff. I'd say that'll be coming at a later date. But you can still get out and see it. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, we're all looking good here now. Check in on the main front wheel. And again, just look at the detail, lads. Isn't it absolutely spectacular? The decals, fully readable. Like, isn't that savage, isn't it? Absolutely gorgeous. Dougal, would you believe I haven't even flown this yet? This is the first time I've booted it up. I loaded in, set me cameras, and now I'm live. That's it. That's it, right? So again, we have another gear pin. We'll need to remove that. I think we do that. We do all of that from inside in the cockpit. We are connected to ground power. We have the air stair installed with this aircraft. Ryanair, of course, would always opt for its own air stair. There's a man with a face. It's Supivo walking around. So that's the exterior from the aircraft, and I gotta say, lads, it's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous, right? As we were in walk around mode, just having an old gawk of things. Isn't it very pretty? So we're going to jump now into the flight deck, and well, as we can see from here, left and right seat, and well, very familiar to anyone who flies Boeing aircraft. So from our pilot seat, again, looking around with the livery, they've done cool stuff. I mean, you have the Ryanair stuff, but also inside the aircraft, 'tis very Ryanair. You have exactly 11.2 inches of leg space from your arse to the seat in front of you. Meaning you don't have leg space, but that's what Ryanair do. And the seat buckle, just in case you think, you know, you're a hefty divil, their seat belts are shorter than most airlines because they can save a few quid on the material used in a seat belt. There you go. But anyway, but I do love the fact that this is fully modelled in Ryanair colours. Love them or hate them, there is one thing about Ryanair. Ryanair will just get you where they say they're going to get you. Not where you think, you know, I want to get a flight to Paris, and they fly you an hour and a half outside of Paris. But I've no bother flying with Ryanair. It's Ryanair is grand once you don't kind of show up expecting a free meal or a free drink or free anything. You know what I mean? So that's where all that is. So into the flight deck. This is one of the stars of the show. It's a brand new EFB, and we can open the window and all the jazz here as well. So there's loads of stuff happening here, and I'm trying to navigate it myself, but we'll start off. So you have your performance, Navigraph, your plane, settings, failures, doors, payload, manuals, save and load, ground services, and your cabin voice pack. Right, so we're going to start off at the beginning. It's going to be Navigraph, and in Navigraph, you can authenticate Navigraph. It only works with Navigraph. Lido charts don't work. You authenticate with Navigraph, and then if you want to be using SimBrief, the automatic upload for SimBrief, you pop in your SimBrief pilot ID. That's the number code, right? That goes in there, and then you can horse it into import SimBrief flight. You can send it to your FMC, or you can send all the data into the aircraft directly. All right, so nice options there, and that's our routing for tonight. We're going to be blasting off out of Bilbao, and we're going to be heading down to Porto. All right, our terminal charts are here as well, and I really like how the charts work inside this EFB. We do have the advantages, of course, with SayIntentions. We can bring up our own charts using Navigraph, but I do like this edition because they're very responsive and they're smart. They're smart charts. Then we have our operational flight plan. This is done in kind of, I think this is Lido. But anyway, we have Ryanair 5 Romeo Mike, or 05 Romeo Mike. I just put in 5 Romeo Mike. Bilbao, Francisco over to Porto. And we can see some of our information here. Over on the left-hand side, it's all separated. So if we want to get specific information, that's where we do it. Lovely. So we've loaded our flight plan. Next up is going to be our payload and balance. And from this, we're going to either read from SimBrief, there we go, load the aircraft. Again, nothing new in terms of, do you want it straight away? Do you want it real time, fast time? We'll load it up immediately, horse it in there, and then we can also send all this into our FMS on the CDU. Home record, they're giving us runway 30. Runway 30. So we have basic readout here, and then we can go into advanced. And from the advanced page, this gives us a full breakdown of our passengers, our cargo, and our fuel on board. Pretty cool, right? So that's the aircraft loaded. So next up, you'll be then looking at your aircraft options, your aeroplane options. And this is where they've tidied up everything. This is class looking. General, unit system, if you want to be metric or US, select or cell and OAT, always displayed in Celsius. Your engines types, you can change the engines. Joystick sensitivity, independent nose wheel steering. If you had like a tiller, or you're using the hardware as a tiller, that's where you set it in. The TAT probe, aspirated, unaspirated, or it's aspirated with a test switch. This is very much a Boeing thing. Airbus, it's always aspirated. It's automatic, right? If this was unaspirated, we would have to put in the outside air temperature first, and then the probe say, okay, so we're set to this. Hermit something, 24 months, begob. Thank you very much indeed. Cheers, buddy. Display captaincy in your virtual cockpit mode, forward stop. This is like your seat positions, right? Does the aircraft have a built-in air stair? We're Ryanair, so yeah. Does it have a Wi-Fi antenna? Ryanair doesn't, but we're going with it, right? Then we have our autopilot options, bank limit. You can kind of set that up directly from your FCU, but we can do it from here. It's an 8-degree bank or a 15-degree bank, how much the aircraft will allow you to bank. And then we have various options here as well. They're kind of self-explanatory, right? Your primary flight display, again, this is setting up your PFD, self-explanatory. You can change if you want an angle of attack indicator, if you want your TCAS advisory, all that jazz is here, so you can turn that on or off. The different type of flight director, and also your auxiliary display, your CellCal number. If you're going to be crossing, well, if you need a CellCal number, you can change it here. Nav display options is going to be, are you heading up, track on top, or you can go heading on top when in approach or VOR mode, right? Your range arcs if you want them, VOR course lines if you want those, right? Why didn't that work now? Here we go. And then show airports with runway longer than whatever feet or meters. So you can do all that, right? Does it have an option for qualified pilot? No, it doesn't. With glass out, the tablet is now the real tablet. Recommend you have the add-on. Yeah. So you can actually pop this entire screen out and use it on your own tablet with glass out. Great shout, Roy. And the screens as well. Glass out with the Max works very, very well. Really, really cool. Our multifunction display, fuel quantity, we can check oil quantity and all our jazz. Ground proximity warning, these are going to be our call-outs, 50, 40, 30. Abort, right? And you can put them all in here. What else do we have here? We have runway awareness. The aircraft is fitted with its own runway alert advisory system on runway 26. It has that built into it. We're using it over on SayIntentions. It works the very same, but there's actually one built into this aircraft, which is pretty cool to see. Our CDU, then we can show various things: enable planned fuel, alternate airports, QRH speeds, ACARS if you want, and the wind source is a sim brief from the API, or is going to be a sim brief text, and so on and so forth. It's pretty cool, right? Other systems, your IRS alignment time, custom alignment time if you want, parking brake logic, press a button, or depress the pedals and press a button, high altitude landing. These are all various different options that you can have, even down to the beacon flash. Do you want it to be a slow beacon or a fast beacon? And hydraulic type, Vickers or ABEX. Haven't a clue. Miscellaneous acceleration mode, I think this is what caught Dougal out the other day. Be careful of that if you want time compression. Then we have our cabin sun visors, cabin lights, and emergency lighting. Floor, I've turned them on to blue. All right. Malky currently using glass out demo for the GTC. It's epic. Yeah, it's really good. Glass out is absolutely incredible, lads. And then we can change all the colors on our main screens as well. Terrain map, weather, our DU stuff, it's all there, display unit. All right, so they're my aeroplane or your airplane. Then we have kind of our main settings. This is for the EFB, the units, temperature, distance, pressure. We can change the wallpaper, the background of our tablet, and then the about is pretty much what version you're running and all the jazz. You can upload your own background and pop it into the EFB as well. Failures, it comes with a comprehensive failure list. The iFly always had this, so you can clear them or you can select them, random failures, or you can go down through and figure out which one you want, if you're feeling particularly sassy. Then we have the door control. So we currently have our left forward door open for our passengers. We have the right service door disarmed. We're going to arm that. Cargo door is open, and aft cargo door is open. We're going to arm all the other doors. Now, in the real world aircraft, if you arm the door and you open it, it automatically deploys friggin' the escape chutes or the slides. This doesn't, but don't worry about that. What else do we have then? We have payload and balance, which we went into. We've loaded the aircraft. The manuals, which is great because it's actually in your EFB. You can read down through all of the manuals whilst flying, and there's many pages. There's like close to 200 pages of information here, right? Muse fan, good to see you, buddy. Happy Tuesday. Roy says, working on the Amsterdam City Update 13, you've replaced the 1.25 trees replanted. Oh, good man. Had you? That's the second time you've had to fix that, Roy. That's brilliant. Save and load. This is where we can save flight plans or indeed our panel configuration. So you can have a custom configuration if you want. You can save that and you can say, hey, I want this to be default. So let's say, for example, instead of always being cold and dark, well, you can be cold and dark with the door open and the radome open. All this kind of stuff, right? And you can save those yourself. So think of it of saving your own custom panel states. Ground service, this is awesome. It comes with its own vehicles, self-explanatory, stairs, galley units, fire truck, you know, the LAV service, all the jazz. But over on the right-hand side, it has its own pushback built into it. So this is where you would say insert the towing pin, straight line distance, and what degrees offset. So if you say, you know, 100 meters, 90 degrees, well, it's going to go nose left, tail right, 90 degrees, or vice versa. You know what I mean? Pretty cool. So this is where we have all our static stuff outside the aircraft. The chocks, our safety pins, we're going to remove those. Safety cones, we'll remove those because we're going to be starting this machine up here now in a moment. Any protection covers, and there's a lot of them. Access doors, we're going to close engine 2. Service doors, they're all, apart from the ground power unit on the side of the fuselage, right? Some of the other access doors, we can even open up the access door underneath the APU, and if you wanted to get in, as it's getting dark, if you wanted to get in and inspect the APU, I mean, look at the absolute hack of that. The APU, if you never saw an APU in the real world, it is effectively its own engine. I mean, it's its own jet engine. The auxiliary power unit is an engine designed to run inside the aircraft in order to engage the starter on the main engines. It needs an engine to start the that's where you're up against, right? But it's fully modeled here, and you can show it off. It's class looking, right? So we're going to close that hatch. Radome, we can do the same up the front. We can open up the radome. It doesn't function, it just looks pretty cool. Hey, Nutty Taff is here, good to see it. So here we have the radome opening. I haven't tried it. I don't know if you turn on the radar, will you actually see that gadget moving around? You can in the real world stuff. You can see the radome move when you're doing your tilt, and right, that's how it works. So if you ever look at your weather radar and you know the way it has like tilt, literally that's what it's doing. You're turning the whole dish. That's what it is, right? But anyway, that's what that does. If I were to close this, if you get the timing perfectly, this is where you get the laughing Boeing. Do you ever see the laughing Boeing? I can't do it here, but you get the idea, right? My plane was laughing at me. Jesus, all the planes here. We better get going. Right. What else do we have? IDGs, don't need extinguishers and other systems. Grand. What else do we have? Then we have our cabin voices. You can have these on or off, entirely up to you. There's settings here. It should load them in directly for the aircraft. We use our own SayIntentions, so we should be good with that. So, friends, we're going to get this machine into action, and let's see if we can get in trouble. So we're going to come on up to our overhead. We're going to get our battery on. We're going to get our emergency lights on. Ground power, let there be life. No smoking. Fasten seatbelts can come on. Test all our buttons. Yaw dampener can come on. We'll come up to our IRSs. Test our flaps. What else do you want to do? Service interphone, leave that. Well, you can turn it on. What else do you want to do? Broadband system if you wanted it, right? Stall warnings. We'll get a left shaker. We'll get a right shaker. They're all working fine. Yaw dampener probably won't engage until they're aligned. Fuel pumps, we'll go ahead and get these on now because I'm anxious to get going. Let's see, cabin utilities can come on. We'll bring up battery on this side and we'll go APU gen on that side. Bring up our panel lights. Let there be light. don't need circuit breaker lights on. Come on down the road here now. Generator's currently off. Lights, we'll get some lights turned on. APU master switch to on. Logo coming on. Wing lights coming on. Now, our cruise altitude for today, ladies and gentlemen, is 31,000 feet, or flight level 310. We can get our window heats turned on. Hydraulic pumps can be turned on. This is all going to be set to auto for pressurization. And let me see, we go aft up here. Set to auto, 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 auto. And the APU bleed is currently off. So we shall APU bleed. So we'll go APU on, press and hold. Low oil pressure warning. And now we're just going to wait for our screens to give us a bit of life. And we'll start seeing all the stuff going on over here. Now, let me see. Info. N1 speed reference. Engine, grand. Systems. That's going to be our flight controls. Recall is all grand. While we're waiting, get some more lights turned on here. Some, Jesus, some background light. Just to make it look all terribly nice. Adam B, thank you very much indeed. Cheers, buddy. Mark, this is the iFly 737 MAX. She's based on the MAX 800, or the MAX 8 rather. What else do we have here now? We've books, we've all this kind of stuff. Looking good here. Get some panel lights turned on. All righty then. So we're going to wait for all this to power up. We're going to open up SayIntentions, and we're going to grab the ATIS. ATIS information 118.83.
1830 Zulu. Arriving and departing runways 1210. Wind 280 at 4. Cav OK. Temperature 35, dew point 23. QNH 1013. Transition level 80. Aircraft towing in progress on the north ramp. Advise on initial contact. You have information Bravo. Bilbao Airport.
Bravo.
Information Bravo.
Okay, so we're going to tune to ground 121.705. We're going to request our clearance from these guys, and then let's see what happens. Bilbao ground, good evening. Ryanair 5 Romeo Mike, information Bravo, a 737. We're over at parking, looking to get our IFR clearance to Porto. All right. Start a new job at East Midlands. Ooh, nice. Well done, Adam, and thank you very much for 27 months, bud. Cheers, man. Let's see.
Ryanair 5 Romeo Mike, clear to Porto via the AMTOS for Alpha departure. Runway 30. Initial climb, flight level 080. Departure on 127.45 squawk 5721.
5721. Roger, we are cleared to Porto via the AMTO 4 Alpha departure, runway 30. Initial climb, flight level 080. Departure on 127.45, squawk 5721, Ryanair 5 Romeo Mike. EI hey. Did you see it? EI hey. Let's have a look here. Go ahead and test.
Romeo Mike, feedback correct.
Readback is correct. Excellent. We'll stay back ground for the moment. Now, before we do anything else, we do all our fire tests. That's all good. Yeah.
TCAS system test okay.
Okay. Right, we're looking better here now. So APU is running. We'll go APU bleed on. Now, where can I see? Auto brake goes to... Ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome aboard Ryanair Flight 5 Rome, heading to the beautiful city of Francisco de Sa Carneiro. This is Murph, your lead flight attendant. Now! Alongside my fantastic crew members, Liam, Aoife, Jack and Neve. We're thrilled to have you with us today. Please take your seats according to your boarding passes and stow your hand luggage in the overhead bins or under the seats in front of you. If you need any assistance, don't hesitate to reach out to any of our crew members. Right, flight directors,
relax
and enjoy the flight. Jesus! Let's get this show on the road. Jesus! Right, let's go into route. We're going to request our... Oh, it's already in, look. LEBB, LPPR, runway... we're expecting runway 30. Go ahead and pop you in there. We're going to activate... Well, let's look at the next page. Direct. Yeah, that's all grand. We're going to activate this. Execute. And let's start putting in some information. Plan fuel. Can we auto-pop... This should have been in. 5.9 will go it. Reserves, nil. Cost index is already in there. Cruise wind. So average wind for this flight is going to be 141 at 18. 141 at 18 knots. In you go, you big Jesse. Top of climb, outside air temperature. A couple of ways we can do this. We can grab it in the tablet. Bring the tablet over. Isn't it? Here we go. Bring the tablet over. Navigraph, and we'll look at the wind information. And we can look at the temperature. ATC flight plan, additional runway, airport weather. Flight log, wind, outside air temperature. So we're looking at this. Minus 39, minus 40 at our top of climb. So top of climb is going to be minus 40 degrees. In you go. Transition level according to the ATIS, if anyone remembers. Balls, what was it?
S1210.
080. Transition level is 8,000. Go ahead and pop you in there. Let's okay that. N1 limit, we're not going to derate for takeoff. Flaps will be set to 5. Center of gravity, 22.1. And we'll horse in our V speeds. These are going to get reset now because I'm a muppet. Departure, we are on the Atmo 4 Alpha departure. No transition. We go back to index. We're going to go to our arrival. This could change, but we're going to plan for it. It's going to be runway 35. ILS for 35. There's a VOR. There's an RNAV. We'll go the RNAV for 35. And it looks as if we're going to be going on the INKIT 6 Charlie arrival. And our transition, it doesn't show it, so we'll just okay all of that. Back into the legs page, we're going to look for any discontinuities. Here's one here, so a Kulu, and then we're in. So we'll leave that sit for the moment. Good chance ATC will tell us what to do when we get up there, right? And what else do I want to do in here? Init ref, let's just make sure our speeds haven't been completely reset. They're looking okay. 135, 135, 148. I tend to push this up to about 180 or so, right? We'll go 195 for the crack. What else do you want to do here? That looks good, that looks good. Weather system, not worried about that. Tablet back over where you belong. APU is running. Where can I see the electrical page? Info, engine. So there's our engine. Systems. I don't see information regarding the APU, lads. Interesting. Had I not a button for the APU, no? Where can we see what the APU is running? I know it's running, but where can we see its power and voltage and all that jazz? Am I missing something, lads? No? I just don't see it here. N1 set, V references. No, that's not it. It isn't an Airbus, you know. Yeah. Okay, well, because on the older Boeings, you'll actually see when the APU is running. Now, I know it's running because I can hear it. You know what I mean? Like, I know we're getting pressure coming in from the APU bleed. And if you turn on the APU gens, no problem. Turn off ground power. I just thought there was something we can look at. Anyway, ground services. We're going to now remove the cargo loaders. We're going to remove the ground power unit. We're going to go into our doors. We're going to, let me see, we're going to close the left forward entry. Now, are they open or closed? Bloody hell, that's open. Right service, that is closed and armed. And we're going to, it's disarmed, we're going to arm it. And our air stair we want to get rid of as well, look. And this is modelled. Look, the animations and all the jazz, look. Not deadly, isn't it? It doesn't have ECAM, that's okay. Chase all the planes here, lads, this is looking deadly. Alrighty, let's have a look. Flight controls and electrical systems are given out to me, that's okay, cancel that. Right, the rest of this is going to be a push and start up, so we'll give them a shout. Bilbao ground, Ryanair, 5 Romeo Mike, request, push and start. Look at this departure out of here, lads. This is mad looking.
Ryanair, 5 Romeo Mike, push and start start approved. Face east.
Push and start approved. Faced east for Ryanair 5 Romeo Mike. Good day, Shane. We're just about to get our push back here. Do you want to talk through our takeoff briefing? Now we need to face east. I'm currently facing somewhere else. What am I on?
Sure thing, Murph. We're departing from runway 30 on the AMTOS 4 Alpha departure. Initial climb flight level 080, departure frequency 127.45 and squawk 5721. Weather's looking good, no significant issues expected. In case of an engine failure below 400, we'll continue straight and follow ATC instructions. Above 400, we'll follow the engine out SID procedure. For any issues before V1, we'll reject the takeoff. After V1, we'll handle the emergency and communicate with ATC. We're set for takeoff with flaps 5. V1 is 143 knots, VR is 144 knots, and V2 is 150 knots. We'll climb out at V2 plus 10 knots. I think we're ready to go, Captain.
Sounds like a plan. Good man, Shane. Right. We're going to get a release parking brake here now in a moment. It's exciting, isn't it? Brilliant. Flipper alloy, good to see it. Bilbao, population of just under 3,500 people. Ooh. Sadly, I wasn't able to bring my sim to Beer City. Oh. Did you like the DC6 one, Sumner? Yeah? Nice, buddy, nice. I've just realised I haven't removed my chocks. That could have been very interesting. Ground services, chocks away. Safety pins and all the jazz are done. Access door, APU. Wait now. That's okay. Jeez, the noise of this thing getting towed up, look. Jesus, look at this. Nose right, tail left. Yeah. Parking brakes. Brakes off. Engines clear, start at will. Number 2. I'm very much looking forward to these sounds. Ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome aboard Ryanair Flight 5 Rome, heading to the beautiful city of Francisco de San Carnero. The estimated flight time is about 60 minutes. Please pay close attention to the upcoming safety demonstration. They're on auto. Shouldn't I got an engine start?
Even for our frequent flyers.
She's motoring.
Fasten your seatbelts by inserting the metal tip into the buckle and pulling the strap to tighten. Remember, the seatbelt must be fastened whenever the seatbelt sign is illuminated.
Ooh.
Please return your seat backs and tray tables to the upright position and ensure window blinds are opened for takeoff. Mobile phones and electronic devices must be set to flight mode, and larger devices should be securely stowed during takeoff and landing. Smoking and the use of e-cigarettes are strictly prohibited anywhere on
Turn him down a bit.
including the lavatories. Oxygen masks will drop automatically if required. Hold the mask firmly.
The sound.
Mouth and breathe normally. Secure your own mask before assisting others. Life vests are located under your seat. Put it on, fasten it, and inflate it only after leaving the aircraft. Floor level lighting will guide you to the nearest exit, which is clearly marked. We have 2
Man
exits
alive, the sounds of this.
and 2 at the rear of the aircraft. In case of evacuation,
Alright, that's a good
leave all
start.
personal
On
belongings
2.
behind and
Let's
follow
go with
your
engine 1.
instructions immediately. If any electronic device becomes hot
We
or
have
catches
motoring.
fire, please inform the crew right away. The safety information card in your seat pocket contains all details. Thank you for...
Right, wait there for a minute, Murph. Okay. Fuel in. Look at that 7.4 parked beside us, man. That's nuts. Beautiful. Jesus. Sounds just like a Skoda, lads. Ah, did you hear the sound of it? made that noise this morning while sitting on the loo. Right? Did you hear it?
Hello there.
Aero, welcome in, buddy. Man alive, look at the state of that livery. Right, that's a good start. Let's have a quick look here. Jen's coming online. Thanks for playing. Pack's on. APU bleeds off. APU off. Runway turn-off lights are on. Taxi light is coming on. Wheel light can come on. We're looking good here, there, and everywhere. Let's listen to the owl. Flaps come down. I don't even know what button that was. Let's have a listen. Slats and flaps. Beautiful. What have I turned into here? Captain Zigbag? Nobody knows. Oh, lovely. Okay, flight control test. Full forward, full back, full left, full right, rudder left, spoilers. Spoilers closed. And ground, Ryanair 5 Romeo Mike, request taxi runway 30. Let us see, friends, let us see.
Ryanair 5 Romeo. Mike, runway 30 taxi via Bravo Alpha 2 Tango Charlie 2.
Roger, taxi via Bravo Alpha 2 Tango and Charlie 2 for Ryanair 5 Romeo Mike. Bravo. Jesus, we have to get right across the corner here. Right. Brakes off, bit of power. She doesn't want us on the apron at all. Jesus. Arda will make it, lads. She did say facing east, though. I was facing east. Don't hit the grass. They'll never have you back here in Bilbao. Oh, look at the accuracy. Yes. Didn't hit the grass, lads. Look at that. Right. Easy now. All is looking well in the realm. Easy now. Oh, this feels very nice in the ground. Man, we're taking off into that sunset. This is going to be freaking gorgeous. Easy now. Alrighty. So far so good. Look at that 7-4 behind us, Jesus. Smart flies. Oh no, it doesn't. It's Ryanair. What's Ryanair's thing? The weather. It's on. It's on auto. Let us see. Charlie 2 she wants. That's the second from the last. Easy. Look at all the aircraft lined up. That is absolutely spectacular. Well done, lads. You're a credit to yourselves. Coming out here in your Sunday best. Jeez, what a great airport. Man, Bilbao is freaking gorgeous. Look at the tower, look. There's Jemima in the tower. Easy now. Okay, so we got an initial climb up to 8,000 feet. Alright, slow her down. Easy now, Murph. Easy.
Ryanair 5 Romeo Mike, contact tower on 118.5.
Over the tower now on 118.5, Ryanair 5 Romeo Mike. Well done, Jemima. Bilbao Tower, very good evening. Ryanair 5 Romeo Mike. We're just taxiing to runway 30 via Charlie 2. We are ready for departure. They're all jumping the queue, yeah. Easy now.
Ryanair 5 Romeo Mike.
Bilbao Tower, runway 30, wind 290 at 4, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 30, Ryanair 5 Romeo Mike. Alright. Passengers, sit down and shut up. And let's get to boogie. Mr. GPHI, good evening. Fox One, welcome in, buddy. Hope you're well. SayIntentions Groupie, yes, it is free. It's no cost. After your free trial, you can use the demo. The only thing you can't do is oh Jesus, look at the bump here. Oh no, scenery shite. The only thing you can't do is have voice comms presently. Mind the bump. Oh jeez, look at the bump. Oh, Janie, oh. Right. Right, lads. Up the hill now. Up the hill we go. Whenever yous are ready, don't mind me at all. I've literally just flown into someone else because I'm sound like that. Right, let's have a look here now. Auto throttle, we'll look after you in a moment. Start the clock. And let me see. Auto throttle. On. Okay, that's how we turn it off. Lovely. Auto throttle. So, power coming in. Engine stable. We're walking, talking, and we're squawking. Let's boogie. Take a power set. Airspeed alive. 80 knots. Oh man, this is nice.
V1.
Rotate. Ah, Jesus. Positive rate. Gear up. Who's that man devil beside me? It's how we fly. You gotta love the group flights. Right, let's have a look at this. 190. We're cleared up to a little bit more.
Ryanair 5 Romeo Mike, contact Bilbao. Departure on 127.45.
Over to departure 127.45. Ryanair 5 Romeo Mike. Departure, Ryanair 5 Romeo Mike, passing 2,000 feet for 8,000. Someone's getting a number to call, right?
Ryanair 5 Romeo Mike, Bilbao departure identified. Climb flight level 120.
Climb flight level 120, Ryanair 5 Romeo Mike. 120, up the hill. So, where SayIntentions is at right now, they're still trying to figure out how we do player traffic as in human traffic mixed with the AI. They're still working on that. But it is oh so very realistic though. I love it. I absolutely love it. Right, that looks a little bit more healthier. Look at the views. Jesus. Right, it was a little bit hectic, but we're alright now. I wouldn't say that was an Indian accent. Didn't sound Indian. Roger, climb flight level 230, Ryanair 5 Romeo Mike. 230, you're up the hill. Climbing nicely, transition level is 8,000, then we'll change to standard. We're doing 200 knots at the moment. There's a reason why we're doing that. Our departure played out of here. We got to do a mad kind of circle, as you can see. So we need to spin around to the right, come back down over the airport, and then we head on, right? So there's a bit of crack here with this one. Here's our right turn coming in on the arc.
5 Romeo Mike, contact Madrid control on 118.275.
Over to Madrid control, 118.275, Ryanair 5 Romeo Mike. We'll see you. Madrid control, good evening, Ryanair 5 Romeo Mike, passing 6,500 for flight level 230. You got to change your runway and approach, nice.
Ryanair 5 Romeo Mike, Madrid Control identified. Good evening.
Good evening. Man, the voices are so good. Oh, look at the state of that. Look at all of us flying together, lads. Brilliant. Like, I think it's more of our Thursday flights, we tend to be a little bit more closer to procedure-based stuff. Well, not even procedure, but like, there'd be better runway spacing and stuff, but like, this is a group flight, lads. Just have fun with it, you know what I mean? Just have a bit of fun. Don't worry too much. If you make a mistake, this is where you learn. So, you know.
Ryanair 5 Romeo Mike, direct BLV, then as filed, please.
Roger, direct BLV, then as filed, Ryanair 5 Romeo Mike. We are direct BLV, are we not? We're direct BLV. Okay. After this flight, go to Oklahoma. Laura Malone is back. I'll be hopping all over the runways, watching the weather. Oh, the World Cup rather. Yes.
Ryanair 5 Romeo Mike, climb flight level 270.
Climb flight level 270. Ryanair 5 Romeo Mike. All right. We're climbing now. All right, Jane. Good departure. We're just passing now flight level 100. Seatbelt signs can come off and we'll settle down. We're going to be climbing up to flight level 270 for now. All right, turn those off. We need to go standard.
Good departure, Murph. I'll turn off the seatbelt signs now.
Standard. Man chain. Right, speed. Let's get it up the hill. We have our main turn done. We've got unrestricted.
Dear guests,
VNAV.
we are now at a safe altitude, and I'm thrilled to announce that you may now use your approved electronic devices in flight mode.
Flight mode. Can I keep my Flow Pro displayed? Yes, of course. So with Flow Pro as well, I mean, this is where we're going to be looking at our SayIntentions stuff. So we can see all the radio communications that we were using, right? And we can then move along to see, well, look, these are all the other frequencies that are available to us. We can also see our live map. So this is our departure. That's a pretty nice looking arc out of there. Hey, John C, 21 months. Cheers, bud. Thank you very much indeed. So it's a nice arc that we've done out of there. And then we can look at other things. So we have our 737. These are like our checklists, right? So after takeoff, hey Shane, let's go through the after takeoff checklist.
Engine bleeds on.
Engine bleeds.
Pax auto.
Check.
Landing gear up.
Check.
Flaps up, no lights.
Check.
After takeoff checklist complete.
So you get the idea, right? You can load and you can make your own checklist with this as well. It can really enhance that kind of realism and just that feeling of you're flying with a team, you're flying with a proper crew. Do you know? It's absolutely savage. But anyway, we're climbing nicely, passing flight level 150. Speed is holding on VNAV mode. She's behaving herself, lads. We'll go traffic on this as well, just so we can see the other aircraft. We got, oh, look at that for the view. We've got loads of people. There's Shanks, Proby Pete is there. Out our left side, we got Supivo, Jalagod. Who else is down there? Captain Cocktail is with us, and Jetson Air and Toto. Captain Cocktail, good to see you. Out the window ahead of us, we have Elric.
Ryanair 5 Romeo Mike, climb flight level 310.
Up to 310, Ryanair 5 Romeo Mike. Angels 15, Goose, Geol Pilot, Stu Snape, Sunjammer. Vulcan is with us as well. Good to see you, bud. I wonder how Dougal's getting on. Bio Games is there. There's Olsen. There's Shanks coming up the hill. Frequency is still with us. Captain Grantham, good to see you, bud. Murph, does the co-pilot work with all planes? Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Any aircraft you get into. And you can create your own checklist for any aircraft. Some aircraft, like the PMDG 737, will actually allow the co-pilot automatically do the checks for you. And what I mean by that is he can actually go through the switches. You know, if I were to say, I don't think he can do it in the iFly, but I could say, hey, you know, can you do this? Can you do that? He'll do it. 3 power cuts here in the last hour. Oh, Jesus, Dougal, really? Derek, good to see you, bud. 3 power cuts, 5090 test, we'll have to wait. Yeah, just in case, man. And here's, Dougal, here's something for you. When you turn off your PC, do you always turn off the master switch at the back, or do you leave the master switch on? It's a shame it isn't available on PS5. If SayIntentions had a way of getting that onto PlayStation, they absolutely would. So Dougal, now your mileage may vary. I was told always keep that master switch on, because that's just, and usually I turn them all off. But they were saying when you turn on the PSU, that can jolt a little bit, and it goes into the 5090. I'll do more reading on it, but I used to be like that, turn the mains off. Now I leave it on standby all the time. I fully shut it down, it's off, but like the pilot light is on, you know what I mean? And the reason why they said that is when you put power in and that initial jolt, when the PSU warms up, it could send something into that 5090. Depends on the power unit, of course. Alright, climbing nicely, 273 knots indicated, coming up on flight level 220. We're heading up the road to 310. That's our final cruise. We're looking good there. The heat tonight, Rob Dag, it's warm, man, isn't it? It's warm. So this is quite a beautiful flight we're doing, heading over to Porto. I was going to go Lisbon, but Porto's nice. So where we are now, we're finished with that. So our en route section, that's where we're headed across, look. Beautiful, beautiful flight. Would it be safe to shut off the main power and unplug the PC once a month? Yeah, like, put it this way, if you're leaving it off for days, yeah, well then take it off the mains. You have your computer on a battery backup, power surges go into the battery and the battery provides stable power. Yeah. Just completed your first flight in the DC-6. Nice, Dan, nice. Lovely country. This is gorgeous, isn't it? Lieutenant Bob. I love it. I have it here, look. Where'd I put it? Hang on, I'll find it. I have it right here. I love it, Lieutenant Bob. It now lives on the shelf of many things. Do you know? But yeah, it's a great card though, Dougal. It's a great card. What did you go from? Were you on a 40 series or a 30 series? He's going to need a bigger shelf. So I've a table arriving during the week. And I have a shelf to go up on top, so we're going to have a second shelf of, you know, many things over there. Oh, you went from a 3080 Ti? Ah, Jesus, man, yeah. Some difference, dude. Some difference. And are you using the x6 frame gen? I'll show you how to do that if you're interested. This is where the NVIDIA app is really handy. So, Dougal, write this down. It's important. Inside the NVIDIA app, go to graphics and go down to where your Flight Sim 2024 is. That's the first bit. Right? And what we want to do in here, we're going to scroll all the way down until we have these options here. See this driver settings? Your DLSS override model preset. We're going to set that to custom, right? Then we're going to go into the override frame gen and we're going to set that to fixed, and then try 6x. It is ridiculous. The smoothness is just ridiculous. And just to kind of put things in perspective, we're in multiplayer right now. I'm squeezing about 212 frames, which is like, holy crap, right? If it wasn't a multiplayer, it kind of locks out about 360 frames. Don't worry too much on that number. And I don't get much weird artifacting, but the smoothness is absolutely divine. Like, it's just perfect, you know? FS Hub not logging you in for... Oh, jeez, I never went FS Hub. Balls! You see, the latest app that they released for FS Hub doesn't automatically do your flight, so I've gone back to the old LRM. No, we're connected, alright. So yeah, no idea. Jesus, you're very high, lads. 310. That's our final cruise. We're nearly there. Outside shot. Oh, look at that. I'm enjoying this machine here, I gotta say. Right, let's open up glass out here for a second. And if I do one of these and one of those, glass out, right? iFly, discover, profiles, no. So discover, no panels identified yet. Now we're gonna give it a second. Right, so here we go, right? I can pop all these out now and horse them. Could it be my 5090 that brought our power down? Right? Every time I do 6X, I get into all sorts of trouble. I've never had that issue. Maybe it's the 5090. Pascal, thank you very much. Right, what do we look for here? We want, let me see here, let me see. So, PFD, first officer, no. ND, parked out for the minute. PFD, captain, yes. Give me that. And we're going to put you down here, and I'll turn on my camera and show you this stuff here now in a minute. Let's see here now. Just resize. You can actually go bigger than that. That's what she said. Where's Mr. TPHI when you need her? That was just a golden moment. Let's see here now. So there's one. And what else do we want? PFD, captain side. ND, captain side. Is it the N? Oh, it is the ND. Check this stuff out, lads. This is where the whole thing becomes nuts. Let's see here now. We'll do one of those. Dee. Put you in there. Right.
Dear guests, we're now flying smoothly.
And what else do we want?
The cabin crew will begin the snack and beverage service shortly.
Let's see what else this can read, right?
Mediterranean snack box and the refreshing Heineken 0.0.
Did you hear your man? ND on the first officer. No, but I might get the center screen.
Available for you. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. Jesus.
Let's see here now. The ND on the captain side I have. PF. What am I looking for? I'm looking for that center screen. Although we could put the CDU up there, but that's. What's this guy? Oh wait, I have this one. I have that one. So what else do we really want to see? Well, I suppose we can put our chart up there. Hang on a sec. Hang on a second. Let's see. There we go. Open you. Why did you go up there? Right, grab a hold of this. And let's resize it a bit. And I can do it better than that, Murphy. Doodly-doo-doo-doodly-doo-doo. Something like that. Right, so now glass out is doing the stuff, right? Now, wait till you see this. Doodly-doo-doo-doodly-doo-doo. Stop mirroring. Start mirroring. This should work now in a moment. Doodly-doo-doo-doo. There we go. Camera. Right, check this out, look. So, what I have in front of me now, on this lower screen, this is the Corsair Xenon Edge, big lump of sexy screen, but it's a touch screen, but 80 quid on Amazon, you get something nice and cheap. But see the way I'm able to pop out these panels now? Like, isn't that absolutely class looking, lads? And that's all thanks to glass out. Isn't it deadly, look? So I have me friggin' FCU, Boeing edition, and then we have all this then. Isn't that the cat's pajamas? So you can really kind of set up you can really set up a very immersive kind of flight thing. Because, like, that's my usual view, right? I'd have my tablet with me screens and me mouse and all the jazz, stream decks and all, you know what I mean? Like, it's, you know. So that's the setup there. It's deadly, isn't it? Absolutely deadly. So let me see. Close that. Close that. Stop screen sharing, you muppet. Stop. And this guy, start. Patrick Doyle, thank you very much indeed. Good to see you, bud. And thank you for 20 months, bud. Cheers. I see you brushed your hair. Right. The breadcrumbs on the keyboard. What are you talking about, breadcrumbs on the keyboard? My gear is spotless. And here's an Abergath back now. Deadly. Does glass out work with the touchscreen functions? If it's a touchscreen, yeah. Yeah. Like, if it's a tablet and there's touchscreen, yeah, it'll work. So, like, your 750 or GPS and all that, not a bother. Alright, right turn coming in. ATC are fairly quiet with us, just letting us fly. No issues there. Look at the state. What a beautiful evening. Yeah, it's stunning, isn't it? It's stunning. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Flash Tiger Studios, good to see you, buddy. Happy Tuesday. Yeah, you can stream it to any device. iPad, your phone, another monitor. Once it's on the network, it'll find it. And that could be on like a different PC, even a laptop. You know what I mean? It's friggin' awesome. I have not, Helric, no. Negative. Negatory. How are we looking? We're looking good. What's my favourite fighter jet? Man, there's a question. I don't know. I do like the F-14, but I think everyone does from Top Gun, right? F-18 is nice. Saab Viggen is very nice. F-16 is nice. There's lots. I want to get into the F-18 on DCS again. For reasons of hardware that have arrived, and I need to, like, learn it again. May I ask a question? I see you are a professional at this. I subscribed a few weeks ago. I'm a noob at Flight Sim on PS5, but really enjoying it. With Flash Dagger, first of all, thank you very much indeed. By definition, professional, it's not my experience level. I do this full time, so technically yes, right? I'm still learning. Every flight I do, I learn. I watch pretty much every content creator out there who streams Microsoft Flight Sim and X-Plane. I learn from them on a daily basis. And it's just another similarity between flight simulation and real-world aviation. You don't stop learning things. You know what I mean? Experience level, yeah, I've been using flight sims for years, but I regularly break things. But that's the point, you know? I think this is a wonderful hobby. I don't want to see it, you know, I don't want people to kind of gatekeep it. At the same time, I don't want people treating it like, you know, Grand Theft Auto or something. It's somewhere in between that. But it's okay to make mistakes. I mean, it's a learning kind of thing, right? But it's an amazing experience. S. Boyla says, Ryanair or Aer Lingus? Ryanair. And I'll tell you why. Aer Lingus are gone that direction of Ryanair, as in cutbacks, seats with no windows, less room on board, terrible food, charge you for shagging everything, Wi-Fi included, and they haven't reduced their costs. If Aer Lingus were coming down to the budget level in terms of cost, I'd say no problem, but they're not. They're giving you a budget flight for premium friggin' tickets. Don't like that. That's my honest opinion. I used to love Aer Lingus. They were the man. But recently, the customer service, everything. It must be shocking to work for them. This is what I like most about the hobby. It keeps you busy all the time, buddy, all the time. The Typhoon you have reviewed look awesome. Typhoon is nice as well. Yeah, the Eurofighter, beautiful. Sounds like BA2. Yeah, I flew BA the last. It'll be a hard push to get me onto BA or Aer Lingus again. Not impressed. And like, It's you wonder why, but like they're overworking their staff, they're not paying them enough, and they're charging you too much money for the service you're getting. Slap in the back of the head. They need to cop on to themselves. Captain Innocent, good to see you. I've flown with Air New Zealand, they're unbelievably brilliant. The Gulf carriers, be it Emirates or Etihad, brilliant. Delta, brilliant. I flew with American Airlines, I really enjoyed it. I flew with United. I've flown with loads of different carriers, and it's like, when you see what, you know, the Aer Lingus and the BAs are doing in this world, they need a reality check. They know nothing of customer service anymore. Like, imagine that, sitting on a plane with no window, and they charge you to have a window seat. They charge you extra for the window seat, and then you get onto the plane. There's no window. Was Aer Lingus bad to the States? Not great. Like, it's a 321 XLR. They're not the most comfortable. They were okay in terms of their punctuality. They were on time, so that's great. But the food was crap. And okay, you can probably say, well, all airline food is crap, but like, the food is crap, you know?
Hey, Captain Murph, just popped in to see if you and the first officer would like anything to drink or a small snack. Let me know.
Jay, I'd love a cup of tea. Food is shocking from the States, from Shannon.
Understood, yeah. Captain. I'll bring a cup of tea to the flight deck now.
My tablet just turned off. That's interesting. They're giving you a budget experience for a premium price. It's not good enough. Like, it isn't good enough. These were like the flag carriers of yesteryear. These were the top-notch guys, and you didn't mind spending the extra 40, 60, or even €100 on a flight because you knew, well, this is the difference. They're going to look after you. Not anymore, lads. And it's not the staff. It's a company management thing. The staff are lovely. The cabin crew, you can't get nicer people. They're lovely people. The ground crew, they're all sound. But it's whatever direction they're being steered to, you know. Got to increase the margin somehow. Yeah, but like, the state sold it off to like a private company, and they said, well, sure, we just want more product for our stakeholders, or profit. And that's what shags the thing. You know what I mean? That cup of tea is going to cost you, right? Yeah, that's what you mean. Yeah. It is what it is. I mean, look, at the end of the day, Ryanair, I like Ryanair because they'll get you where they say they're going to get you. They rarely cancel flights. All the times I've flown with them, I don't think they've ever cancelled a flight. Just don't expect a free meal, you know? Flash Dagger, thanks for the follow. You're not defending them. Yes, you are. Oh my, made the change to Nvidia to fixed and increase my FPS and smooth as glass. Ooh. Or you made that change to Nvidia. G-Slayer, was that the time 6? Thing about Ryanair is the landings. Can be. Yeah, game changer, G-Slayer, isn't it? Just watch for like different particles and stuff, but like, Jesus. Top it drop fast. Not for a little bit. There's a top of drop. Man, look at this view.
Here's your cup of tea. Hope it gives you a nice boost. By the way, I was thinking about how we can make this flight even more memorable for our passengers, especially the veterans. Maybe we could do a little something special for them on our next flight. What do you think?
What did you have in mind?
Understood, Captain. I was thinking we could do a special announcement for our veterans. Maybe highlight their achievements during the flight. What do you think?
Sure thing, Murph. Go for it. I find using Jet 2 is better for some destinations.
Copy, Captain. I'll make sure to bring that up for our next flight.
Now you're interested, says Don Waldy. There you go. Murph, are your main settings in Discord? Yeah, Dougal, I think they are. Yeah, I think they are. Like, I'm terribly lucky. I like, unless we're doing group flights, I get excellent performance. If I'm doing a flight on my own, which is a very, very rare thing, if I'm doing testing, I get excellent performance, you know? Signal FX, good to see you. I want to buy the iFly 738. Can you advise me where is the best place to get it? Flight 1 Agent or the iFly SimSoft? That's a good Where did I get it from? I think it's from the Flight One agent. I get it from Flight One. I got mine, sorry, from flight1.com. Flight One. Like they've been around for years, you know.
Captain, I was thinking about that special announcement for our veterans. Maybe we could highlight their stories and achievements during the flight. It would really show our appreciation for their service. What do you think?
I already told. Yeah, have fun with it. Merv, Mr. and Mrs. TPHI.
Captain, I'll make sure to highlight our veterans during the flight. Jesus!
He's great, Cass. Right, now, how are we looking? How much money do we need to build the best setup on PC? Like, it's gas, right? A year and a half ago, I'd have said $5,000, 5,000 euros, dollars, pounds. That would get you like elite, top tier, amazing. Unfortunately, that price today, closer to 10,000, because it's just the way the world has gone, right? Like, the price of RAM, the price of hard drives, the price of graphics cards, through the friggin' roof. You know what I mean? If you can get yourself a 50 series graphics card, I would highly recommend AMD for a processor. Something with a an X3D chip. You could get yourself a decent machine for about kind of 2,500. That's probably a 5070. And then you can upgrade it from there later on. You know what I mean? I did see one. I saw a full rig that you can buy for, I think it was 2,600, and that came with a 5080. That was impressive. Considering the 5080 card, they're over £1,000. So like, you're getting the rest of the PC, including the CPU, the motherboard, friggin' RAM, hard drives, and the processor for $1,500. That's savage. Prices are still crazy right now. Like, I don't know how everyone is managing. There's been a huge push to get better efficiency out of the sim, and it does help. SayIntentions are working on something pretty cool. That's going to help folks in terms, at least understand what's going on and what they can change and how to change, right? Keep an eye out for that. But yeah, I think, like, ultimately right now, it's the market is just too freaking volatile, isn't it? It's just too volatile. Should we not be getting a traffic alert? Traffic. We should be. AM4, 5090 XT. Or you stayed with AMD. Yeah, AMD aren't bad. They're not bad, the Impossible Phase. I've just found that the 5090 is just like, it's nuts. It's very good. It kind of is, Dougal, but at the same time, it's also not. I mean, when you consider the likes of the PlayStation, and then like with cloud gaming and all these options, you know what I mean? Commander Balosh, that wasn't bad, buddy. That wasn't bad at all. $2,000 for a Ryzen 5 9500 and an RTX 5070 and 32 gigs of RAM. That's good, buddy. €2,000. CyberPower PC, AMD 9800 X3D, a 5070 with 16 gigs, yeah, 32 gigs of RAM, 1 terabyte NVMe, 750 watt PSU, $2,500. Jesus home record, that's not bad either. Yeah, that's not bad at all. Well, the Steam Machine price has been released for $880 for the basic machine. I wouldn't go near it, Sunjammer. That new Steam Machine from Valve, PlayStation 5 Pro, light years ahead of it. Light years ahead of it. It's not even an entry-level PC. The specs and the benchmarking. Now, if you're even considering that, go down to your local supermarket, grab a fish that's on display that you can buy, and slap yourself with it on the face. That Steam Machine thing, I don't know how, like, who came up with that idea? You know? Jay's 2 cents has not said good things about it. I haven't seen his video yet, but like from my reading into it, no, crazy. Right, we're approaching top of drop. And Ryanair 5 Romeo Mike, we are approaching our top of descent. Request descend. You think it has a market? Not for those specs.
Ryanair 5 Romeo Mike, descend via INKIT 6 Charlie to 4000 into Porto, QNH 1011.
Roger, we will descend via the INKIT 6 Charlie arrival down to 4,000 feet, QNH 1011, Ryanair 5 Romeo Mike. Like, put it this way, an entry-level PC, which is roughly the same price, you can upgrade that. You know what I mean? You can upgrade that. The Steam machine is like, it says you can use it like a console and a PC, with the back catalogue is definitely enticing. But just get a console. Like, it'll say you can do 4K 60, right? But that's pretty much everything turned down to minimum. A PlayStation 5, or even the PlayStation 5 will outperform it. And then the PlayStation 5 Pro will absolutely outperform it. Plus, it's not really a PC because they're using their own operating system. Like, you can actually buy a mini PC cheaper that has far more capabilities than that. The PS5 doesn't have access to your Steam library. I get that. But, like, I don't know.
Ryanair 5 Romeo Mike, contact Lisbon Center on 127.255.
Over to Lisbon on 127.255. Ryanair 5 Romeo Mike. Like, I don't know, lads. I wouldn't buy it, put it that way. And I'm mad on buying tech and gadgets and all this stuff. I don't see the point. You're better off just getting a PC. You know? On Xbox, you can use GeForce Now and you can access all your Steam games. There's ways around it. Lisbon, a very good evening. Ryanair 5 Romeo Mike, descending from flight level 280 down to 4,000 feet. We are following the INKIT 6 Charlie arrival for runway 35. The set is likely to be DOA.
Ryanair 5 Romeo Mike, Lisbon Center, identified. Good evening.
Good evening. Proby Pete says, I paid $3,600 for the 5080 Ryzen 7 9800, 64 gigs of RAM and a 2TB SSD, 850 watt power supply, and an Asus motherboard. Yeah, that's really good, buddy. That's really good. Like, for flight simmers, you need to, if like, people say build your computer, but you can, like, just pick your components. We need power supplies that far exceed the minimum requirements for a graphics card. So something like a 5080, that needs about an 850 watt power unit just to run it, because it spikes, right? But you consider then you're plugging in 4, 5, 6 different USBs, maybe you're going to power an extra monitor or two. Where does that juice come from? And a lot of the time people have problems with USB disconnecting, right? So when you get into the market, you want to be making sure your power supply exceeds the requirement of your computer. So a minimum 1,000. I would always, minimum 1,000 watts, do you know? It just gives you that extra bit of, because like a USB will probably carry what, 5 watts depending on what it is? Especially when you consider all this wing control stuff that we have. I'm sure that this price was in no way, shape or form intended for them to be that high, but I like the general idea of it. Don, it's a great idea, man. You know, it is a great idea. Having something powerful enough but small enough, right? But the performance just doesn't add up. And I think their entry-level one is like 512 gigs of a hard drive, so that's a waste of time. 512, that's a waste of time. 2 games-ish, maybe. You know what I mean? Minimum a terabyte, and even at that you're saying, Jesus, you'll be under pressure with a terabyte. I had a 1,000 watt PSU, well enough for my system. A few weeks it died, Probably caused by your 17 peripherals. I can do that. Lisbon gave you 2 descent clearances. Uh-oh. I made that mistake when I was building my PC. Started off with a 750 watt, ended up getting 1000 watt. Yeah. Dougal has a course here, 1000 watt, and it's close to not being enough. The 5090, yeah. I mean, what if I... that's a 1250 watt or 1200 watt. Like, that'll handle it. But yeah, you just need to be careful with what you're plugging into your PC, you know? PC part picker is good in calculating your wattage. Yeah, but again, Don, they'll only look at what your components are. As flight simmers, I mean, look at the amount of gear we plug into our PCs. Always allow for that extra headroom. And it's kind of unique to flight simmers, or maybe sim racers as well, right? But we are in that unique kind of bracket of, yeah, we're different, do you know? I use mostly powered USB hubs, which helps a lot. Yep. You'd be shocking careful with those, Dougal. Right? So if you're looking at powered hubs, great, but never ever cheap out on a powered hub. I learned that the very hard way. Now I say cheap out, you can get powered hubs for like 15-20 bucks, but if you see like the really cheap ones from, you know, Mossy Ferguson, right? You got lucky, your display also has a powered hub integrated. Nice. Oh yeah, that's really good. So that's plugged into your main house voltage. Yeah, Don, that's brilliant. They only took a minimum spec. They only look at the minimum spec needed. I found in my 750 when playing flight sim especially that you were having issues. Yeah. Cheap USBs, yeah, they absolutely shag your peripherals. Absolutely. The issue is people need to get a powered USB hub and not rely on just a normal hub. So I've been working on this gadget. I have to do with reviewing it. It's a Sabrent or Sabrent, right? And now it doesn't connect into your PC, but it provides power to USB devices, kind of like a charging station, right? But I found I can actually run devices off it, and you know they're powered into the PC then. So any devices that require a USB-C for power and then USB going into your computer, right? This works really, really well. They're about 90 bucks or 100 bucks. They reached out to me and they said, Murph, would you check this out? Because you've like a Gansy load of peripherals. I said, I do. And what I like about this, as I said, I'll do a proper review on it soon, lads. But what I like about this, hang on, we'll come over here where you can hear me and see me. Where's this button? It's over here, look. What I like about this gadget here, look, right? That's it there. It has this screen. And this is what I like about it. Right, waiting to show you. If you were to plug something into it, right? Anything. But let's say we're going to plug in even a phone for a second, right? This is why this stuff is class. Plug in a phone there for a minute. What we can do on the screen, I've plugged in an iPhone. What you can do now on the screen, I'm going to press this button, right? You can actually see the power usage being used from this adapter. See that? How many watts is actually coming out of this machine? And that's really interesting if you're trying to keep an eye on it. Like, you can see tons of information. So it's a great bit of kit, especially if you're saying...
Romeo, Mike, contact approach on 120.901.
Oh, Jesus, we need to go to approach. Roger, over to approach on 120.901 for Ryanair 5 Romeo Mike. Right, we need to go back to our seat. But you get the idea, right? You get the idea. Here we go. So, that bit of hardware will power 4 USB-C and 4 USB-A, and it'll give it full throttle. Chase, look at the weather. 120.91. Approach, a very good evening. Ryanair 5 Romeo Mike descending through flight level 17 down to 4,000 feet. We're on the INKIT 6 Charlie arrival, runway 35. Inspector Gadget, yeah. Who here has a PSU on their PC?
Ryanair 5 Romeo Mike identified. Cumprimentos. Expect the
Cumprimentos.
Arnav Yankee runway 35 approaching to Porto. And have you got information, Quebec?
We would expect the Arnav Yankee runway 35 approach into Porto, and we'll call you back with the ATIS for Ryanair 5 Romeo Mike. What's the ATIS?
Wind calm.
Hey, Crotty, good to see you. Cheers, bud. 16 months, man.
3.17. QNH 1012. Transition level 60.
6,000.
Advise on initial contact. You have information, Quebec.
And Ryanair 5 Romeo Mike, we have information, Quebec. Right.
Ryanair 5 Romeo Mike, contact Lisbon Center on 127.255.
127.255, Ryanair 5 Romeo Mike. That's interesting. Lisbon Centre, Ryanair 5 Romeo Mike. We are descending through flight level 150 down to 4,000 feet on the INKIT 6 Charlie arrival for the Arnav Yankee runway 35. Sourdough man, hope you're well, bud. I like individually switched ports. Yeah. Oh, UPS. Yeah. Uninterrupted power supply.
Lisbon Center, identified. Good evening.
Good evening. Right, let's get ourselves planned up here for our arrival. We'll go ahead and arm these brakes as well. And let's have a now look here now. So it's an Arnav. I don't need to do much here. We can go into performance. Landing. LPPR 35. Runway conditions dry. Aircraft flaps will go 30. AC will be on. Brakes set for 2. Landing weight. Call it 6-7. No, the weather. Can we calculate? Balls. Outside air temperature is 1. No, you did that wrong. Outside air temperature on the ground is... What's the temperature? 20 degrees. Winds are variable at 2. QNH 2012. That'll do. And why can't I calculate this? It's okay. 6528. Why won't you do that? She doesn't want to play. Landing dispatch. Nice, you didn't forget the charger. Yeah. I don't know why I can't calculate that. That's interesting, isn't it? Alright. Man, look at that for a sky layer. That's very dramatic, isn't it?
Descending to flight level 150 for 4,000. Pilot Yankee runway 17 approaching Porto.
Okay, our lights looking a bit nicer in here. Do you need to redo the boxes that were lined red? I'm not quite sure. Click on MSFS data. Read data. And then click real weather. Weather, but it doesn't say calculate. See what I mean? That's interesting. All right, we shan't worry. Altitude's coming down. We're coming down to 10,000 feet. Light him up. Okay, Shane, let's go through our arrival briefing, please.
Alright, Murph, we'll be arriving in Porto on runway 35 using the RNAV Yankee approach. We'll be flying the INKIT 6 Charlie arrival. Transition level is 60. Weather at arrival shows winds calm, CAV OK, temperature 21, dew point 17, QNH 1012. In the event of a missed approach, we'll follow the published missed approach procedure. Squawk code remains 5721 and approach frequency will be 120.901. We'll configure for landing with flaps 30. Final approach speed will be 144 knots. Once on the ground, we'll be taxiing to terminal gate S38. I think we're ready for the arrival, Captain.
Excellent.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your lead flight attendant speaking. We have left our cruising altitude and are now beginning our approach to Francisco de SA. Carneiro, please return to your seats, stow your tables, fasten your seatbelts, and note that the use of the lavatories is no longer permitted.
Thank you, Dave.
For your cooperation. And Jesus, we're almost there.
All right. Continue in. This is all terribly exciting. Speed is looking good. Aircraft's behaving well. Here's our approach plate. All right. Get out to the jacks. Brilliant, didn't he? All right, what's that speed? We might bring this down manually. Oh, yeah. Look at that, lads. Beautiful. Alright, let's get this speed back. We're heading down to 4,000 feet. Transition here is going to be a little bit lower. Let's vertical speed this guy. Get our speed down. Alright, call it 200 knots. We'll descend at around 2,500. And let's see what happens. You got vectored? Ooh. Well, let's see what happens. Auto brake is set. We're looking good up on top.
I'm maintaining 4,000 feet, Firefly 7 Alpha Bravo.
She's doing her best to keep that speed low.
Ryanair, Fight, Romeo. Mike, 12 miles from Papa Romeo 542. Turn right heading 285. Descend altitude 3,000 feet until established. Cleared for the RNAV runway 35 approach.
Turn right heading 285, descend 3,000 feet until established. Cleared for the RNAV runway 35 approach. Ryanair 5 Romeo Mike. 285 heading select. Turn right down to 3,000 feet. Speed brakes fully deployed. It's not helping us. Get our speed down here. Shallow out that rate of descent. We need drag. That's what's wrong. Snoozy, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Did he say Zulu, did he? Oh, Bajani. Alright, get that speed. Jesus, that's like... We're doing our best here now to slow this machine down. It's not working great though, is it? We're trying to get down to 3,000 feet. Get that nose up fairly lively, and then we'll drop her down. Runway, we're landing runway 35. Speed's coming down. Hey, we're coming. Alright, speed check 230, flaps 1. And now lower the nose. We have a bit of drag. Speed check, flaps 2. Now we're looking better. Flaps 5. Speed 209. Let's get the gear now. Flaps 10. Gear. Oh yeah. Love the iFly. First time flying this in like a long time. We're looking good so far. Approach. Hopefully we can intercept this puppy. Coming down to 3,000 feet. Speed is looking good. We fixed all that a little bit better. Let's roll out. Spoilers in. Visual on the runway. Ryanair 5 Romeo Mike established on the localizer.
Ryanair 5 Romeo Mike, contact Porto Tower on 118.005 when established.
Over to tower 118.005, Ryanair 5 Romeo Mike, thanks. Porto Tower, Ryanair 5 Romeo Mike, established on the RNAV for runway 35. Speed coming down.
Ryanair 5 Romeo Mike, Porto Tower, Roger, continue approach, runway 35.
Roger, continue approach, runway 35, Ryanair 5 Romeo Mike. Flaps 25, flaps 30. Alright, speed down. Here we go. I had to cut off. Good to see you, buddy. You've got visual with Murph's lights. Nice.
5 Romeo Mike, runway 35, winds 280 at 3, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 35. Ryanair 5 Romeo Mike. Matt Chelly is here. Good to see you, lads. Look at that for the view. Jesus, look at the view. Now isn't that impressive? Oh no! I can't see out! There we go. Oh yeah! Look at the state of that for the view. Alright, sailor in. Mr. Approach, altitude set. This is beautiful. Look at this approach, man. Porto's stunning, isn't it? Gorgeous. Bedrock, good to see you, bud. Alright, autopilot. Can't let the plane have all the fun. Alright, continue on in. Easy now. Such a cool city in real life. Dude, it looks fantastic. I've never been to Porto. This is pretty. This is very pretty. Flaps 30, gears down, auto brake is set. We're a little high.
Approaching runway 35.
Last trip we had to cancel it. Oh, no way! Half time in the England match. Did my question get missed? Dennis C, what's your ask, buddy? Ask it again. Oh, jeez. Ask it again, Dennis, just in case. Easy now. There's like 3 knots of wind. There's nothing major here.
500.
Alright.
400.
Easy.
300.
Hey, G-Nat, good to see you, bud. Definitely worth a visit.
200.
Lisbon is on my list of places to go as well.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20.
Dreamy, sleepy, nighty, snoozy, snooze.
Look at that timing, Stu! Jesus!
5.
Spoilers. Oof! Reversers! Alright. Auto brake off. Spoilers in. And a right turn will do us. Welcome to Porto. Flaps in.
Ryanair 5 Romeo. Mike, welcome to Porto. Exit at Foxtrot 1 is able. Contact ground on 121.04.
Roger, contact ground 121.04. Ryanair 5 Romeo Mike. Alright. Ground, a very good evening. Ryanair 5 Romeo Mike. We vacated onto Foxtrot 1. Request taxi to stand 571, please.
Ryanair 5 Romeo Mike, taxi to terminal gate S57 via Foxtrot 1, Echo Sierra 5. Good evening.
Sierra 57 via Foxtrot 1 Echo Sierra 5 for Ryanair 5 Romeo Mike. Good evening. Alright. It's Sierra, you muppet. What did he say? Sierra 57. Yeah, we can do 57. Stu, your timing as always. Now, what did Dennis C say? Did my question get missed? Hang on, Dennis, we go find it. Oh, Dennis, thank you very much. Co-pilot, he says, with all the full-size flight deck gear coming out, is there a way to have your forward view without a virtual cockpit? I mean, kinda. Chaseplane does a really good job of it. I mean, it can literally do this, and then you can zoom the camera out so you get the FOV right. So, yes, but you'd need something like Chaseplane, because you can save this as a view. Does that make sense? There should have been a native way to control this in the sim, but it never worked. It's on their list of things to do. So to answer your question, Dennis, yes, but if that makes sense. 57 is Stu's gate. Go get it. Oh, we're on the way. Don't mind that, Stu, fella. Right. Lads, I really enjoyed that flight. That was gorgeous, wasn't it? Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. What was that? Easy now. Muse, shag off. You have multiplayer traffic on? Stu, shag off. Sith, shag off. Scott, shag. You know, shag off. Easy now. Alright. Sierra 57. So go on. There's someone in me spot. Who's that? Who's that? Yeah, dirtboard, Duke! Dirt! Well, shag. Right, we'll go this way. You know, because we had to. Easy now. 7 meters, go on. Stop! Parking brake set. Easy now, Jemima. Right, let's tidy up here. We shall go dome light. The dome light was on. Right. Transponder. APU should be roaring at us. APU gens. Let's go ahead and bring these guys down. Alright. Good, looking good, looking good. Looking good. Ladies and gentlemen, there we have it. Welcome to Porto. Man, that was a really nice flight. Real nice. Ground services. Let's get the GPU in there. Get the baggage. The baggage man can. Doors.
Firefly 7 Alpha Bravo vacated.
Disarm. Open.
West taxi to the gate.
Cargo doors open. And I think we is looking good. Ladies and gentlemen, what a flight, man. What a flight. Dave, thank you very much indeed. Welcome to Flight Crew, bud. What an absolute legend. Very kind, Dave. I appreciate that, buddy. One-on-one landing, nobody died. Brilliant. Schuller says maximum 30 knots in a straight line. Roger. I was probably going too fast. Uzi, welcome in. Murph, I just flew through Porto on my way to Cabo Verde. Oh, nice one, slick one. That's awesome, buddy. Yeah, 24, 26 knots. That's kind of that, and that'd be like relatively fast speed. You know what I mean? But yeah, that was a lot of fun, lads. What a machine to go flying in, though. Isn't it only brilliant? Absolutely incredible. Beautiful sunset departure out of Bilbao, and we rambled all the way over to Porto with the help of SayIntentions. Great ATC coverage along the way. Our co-pilot helped us out with both our departure and arrival briefings, and even our cabin crew kept us busy on this one. So yeah, great stuff out of them. It's like a flickering light there. Why are they closing now? That's interesting. Why are they closing? Open? There we go. What do you think of the machine, lads? I will be flying this an awful lot more. We're going to fly this again on Thursday night, VATSIM, only because it's so friggin' nice. Oh, someone took a TriStar with them, look. Oh, yeah. What a great machine. Are we done for the night? We are done for the night. Just the one flight this evening, lads, on account of 30 degrees inside in the friggin' cockpit, or the man cave. But I want to thank you all so very much indeed. We've got a really busy one tomorrow night, so we're going to be showcasing Just Flight's Fokkers F70 and F100. We're going to be showcasing the Contrail Falcon 50, right? What else are we doing? We're doing other stuff. Let's see here now. We're also going to be checking, oh yeah, Oshkosh by UK 2000, and then also So Flies Budapest. So it's all happening tomorrow. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see how we get on. Searching for a 2024 streamer that I watched a lot but forgot his name. I just know that he's bald and he's American. Can someone help me? Says Eco. Would it be XP72 perhaps? XP72? Norm? Great content creator. Arch is here. Good to see you, buddy. Hope you're well. Nice to hang out tonight. As always, Herman, thank you very, very much indeed. Goose enjoyed the flight. Are your floating planes part of model matching? No, it's to do with the scenery. To do with the scenery. So if you're using default scenery or if you're using custom scenery, there's always a difference of elevation between the two of them. But yeah, that's the one. There you go. I'm recovering from the yeah, dude, Arch. Hope you're stay well, buddy. Last minute joining. Stu, glad you decided or you enjoyed it. Malky enjoyed it as well. Awesome. Got a new en route clearance from SayIntentions. It's great when they kind of throw the curveball at you. I was watching Jeff last night and he was flying in incredible weather. Mech Mancer. Brilliant. But no, we'll look at. I'm going to be flying this aircraft more. We're going to be flying it again on Thursday evening. I'm very impressed by it. Is it perfect? Probably not yet, but it's like it's not going to take much to be perfect. The only thing I want to work on this is to have my wind control gear. So that's more of a wind control problem than the iFly. But it's very, very good. I really enjoyed that, and I'm looking forward to flying it again. Yeah, it's just going to be a busy week, lads. So what are we doing on Thursday? A double header. Thursday night we're back in this, and then on Friday night we're flying the Gabrielle. We're going to Scotland. And Scotland. We're flying in the Flying Fries Gabrielle. Beautiful general aviation aircraft. I love that plane. So we're going to fly that on Friday night as well. And then we'll see how we're fixed over the next few days. From which developer did you get the LPPR? Good question. Porto. It was a sim market adventure. I'll double check Subivo. You need to find out from Wind Control when they're going to update it. Yeah. You're running the freeware. This is payware. It's not bad. It's old. It's 2020 stuff. But yeah. No, we'll see what the crack is. There might be a stream this Sunday. I want to fly this thing again. There's loads of airplanes I want to fly. I also want to get myself into the F100. Beautiful aircraft. We need to fly the 320 more. There's lots and lots of absolutely excellent aircraft now available. I know not everyone loves the airliners, don't get me wrong. I mean, I love general aviation, but man alive, this we flew the Max a lot, and it's so nice to see it updated in this. This is the first time I've got to fly it, and like this update's been out quite the while now. You know, I've been watching Jamie, and I've been watching everyone stream it going, jeez, I want to go with this. So look at that big thing coming in there, look. Man, John, brilliant. There's lots of cool aircraft I want to be flying, you know. You don't have the DC-6. What's a good choice for joining Monday? If you can get the DC-6, highly recommended, do you know? Grims, thank you very much indeed for the follow. But yeah, we'll have more flights then, of course, next week. It's going to be busy. But lads, I can't thank you enough. Have a wonderful evening. Mind the weather. Stay cool wherever it is you are. And Subiva, thank you very much indeed, bud. And yeah, we'll be over on our Discord, ! Discord. That's where we hang about when we're not on a live stream. So the lads are in there chatting, they play games, I'm in there throwing shapes, and they slag me. It's great. So ! Discord is where we are. Mrs. TPHI does an inverted hi and bye. Good to see you, Mrs. And yeah, we'll be back tomorrow for the news. And yeah, I want to plan lots and lots of more flying with this, because it's just friggin'. This is deadly. It's deadly. Loving this. Right, I'm away now. Good luck to you and all, and we'll see you tomorrow. Who was that to? Hang on. Yeah, I'm going now. Right. See you all tomorrow, lads. Take it fierce handy. Good luck to you. Keep an eye on the right engine. See what happened. The engine cover just got ingested into the engine, and I've just... Well, it's about $1.5 million worth of damage. These are the things you can forget. Lads are over there, so we'll have to do a bit of a chicane here. Mother of Jesus! Gibbo!
What the hell? I'm here.
Did you just see what happened? I rarely use this word when it comes to flight sim add-ons. I reserve it only for the special kind. But like, there's no point saying anything other than this is shite. It's shite. Like, straight away. Do you like me, Podge and Raj? You ever see Podge and Raj? Did you?
I've all me own teeth. Axe the back of me sack.
Jesus, I didn't think you'd say that. Right, anyway, that's enough of them. Right, we'll get into it. Don't panic. Just hope for the best, Murphy. Oh, Jesus.